So we got this 800 millimeter FMS Corsair. Just stand out of the way. So I haven't really talked about it too much since my original video for it. So only people who were interested in that bird would ever look at that video, I would imagine. It's kind of a niche thing. Everybody's into the bigger 1.2s. I have the 1.2s, you know, I've done them. But this bird is what really kind of helped me learn how to fly warbirds, because at the end of the day, if you've been flying any at all, you know that they fly totally different. There's no similarities between a high wing or like a timber and this. Like, you're talking about a totally different area of the world. So learn how to take off with the rudder, learning how to land with, you know, coming in. I fell in love with this. So this video is about these. I got sick and tired of the look when you're flying by with the retract, with the regular gear. So I went ahead and bought the smallest gear I could find. I mean, these things are the tiniest ones. I have to figure out where I got them from. But I had to go through a lot of change. I used the original wheel. I had to shave them down quite a bit so that they wouldn't rub against the little inside hub of these gear. These gear came with this, by the way. So now it rolls smoothly. I tried to go today, but I didn't have E-clips, and I went to get an E-clip, and then the wheel was fitting too tight. That was before I shaved it. So now I should be able to get a video of it the next time I go out, and I'll add that to this. And hey, just kind of give you an update. If you look at this bird and you like the size, because it's a perfect little car bird, you could put this in most trunks, you know, whatever you got, this bird will fit. And that's what I love about it. It's gotten less beat up than any of my 1.2s because it's just small. It's lightweight, super lightweight. I normally hang it by this back wheel on one piece of number 14 wire in my van that I have hanging up, and it just hangs on the wall like that. Might bounce around sometime when I'm hitting bumps and stuff, but it never bothers anything. I actually, in that same manner, got this deep scratch gouge because it was rubbing against, for many months, riding in there, rubbing against something on the shelf, and wore this in before I could realize it. So I'll just go ahead and put a little paint in there. I don't care. I cut out these wheel wells for these wheels. Originally, I wasn't thinking, but I wanted the wheels to kind of go deeper inside the hole. But like where they are, I'm satisfied with that, because that looks decent. When I'm flying by, it'll seem like I have retracted gear. I wanted to go deep in the hole. I did dig out a deeper hole. Obviously, you see it. The problem was when I would angle the gear to go in the hole, that would angle the gear like this when they're out. So I didn't want that. I did want them to sit kind of straight up, so when I'm landing, it won't be any kind of weird thing. So anyway, the next time I continue this video, it will be at the field, putting this in the air and getting a successful landing, hopefully. I don't know how good this epoxy job is going to hold against, you know, bad landings and stuff. It probably won't, but the novelty of being able to fly by looking like that. And, you know, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, the gear that came on there are removable. You could have just flew it like that and belly landed it. Yeah, I could, but if you watched any of my videos about me flying, I just don't like the whole ground, no gear landing stuff. Like grass landings are just not my thing. So maybe one day I'll appreciate them better when I can do them better. But for right now, I can't do them too good, so I don't deal with them. I don't know. I did the P-51 Galloping Ghost. That was a great landing. A few times I flew it, and I just flew that Velocity. Neither one of those had wheels, and they came in fine. So maybe I should, you know, it's the hand launch part that I don't like as much, you know, not so much the landing. Anywho, I'm going to conclude that with this, and then when you see this next section, now will be the bird flying. Well, I'm by myself. I got nobody to film, so try to get what I could get, and then, hey, that's it. So mostly this video is about the landing gear, so I don't need to get so much of the, just back up a little bit, maybe that'll get us better. There we go. Let's try this. So FMS 800 millimeter Corsair with retracts. Yeah, it's hard to keep it from going that way, because probably got to just juice it a little bit. So he's up, And the gear are retracted. Do a pass with them retracted, see if I can get a shot of that. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love this. I love this already. I hope these gear don't break off when I land or something weird. You know, it's my first attempt to do something like this. But it looks so good now. Oh my goodness.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Look at that. That is beautiful. A Corsair looks so good with those wings, especially without those stupid wheels sticking down.
Gear down.
All right, gear down. Let's see how bad they take landings. So I know my body was pivoted the wrong way for that landing. It was kind of smooth, so gear looked good. Yeah, this might be a thing. F4U Corsair with landing gear, 800 millimeters, the way they should make them. We're up. Gear is up. Get one good pass. Gear up.
Gear down.
Gear coming down. Oh, let's get a pass with the gear coming down. Let's see if I can get that right in front of us. Gear down.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Shoot, that was coming in for a good landing right there.
Gear up.
I'm gonna go around again. Gear down. Look at that. Not much steering on the Corsair. Once you get down, I should probably go ahead and put I'm loving this thing so much I might go ahead and do it and put a smart ESC with reverse on it so I can just put the tail down when I'm ready. Because you really can't steer it once it's on the ground very much. But it's got landing gear. Look at this, look at this. I'm loving that. All right, so I don't need the video anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. But FMS F4U Corsair with gear. FMS F4U Corsair with landing gear. Retractables.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pull up. Pull up, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, much better.
And the gear are up. Even though it's a small bird, you can still see that pretty good. Look at that with no gear showing. Much better look. Definitely a nicer profile with those wings dramatically showing it. Yeah, upside down. We got us a high wing trainer.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Up a little bit.
Look at that profile, folks. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
So when I did the modification, the CG almost was identical to what it was originally. I had somebody else flying it, so so it didn't give him so much time trying to get off the ground because it definitely needs a lot of elevator. I put the battery slightly, just slid back a little bit to give him a little bit tail weight. And it seemed to help him get off pretty smooth and good. So we're gonna demonstrate those gear working now, because that's the part I'm mostly worried about, is that, you know, they won't hold because of my glue job, but we shall see. I've landed it a couple of times. The videos of that should be before this, so this is somebody else flying it, so, you know, I get to get a good video of it, because, you know, the other ones were probably very limited because I could only get small clips because I don't have anybody to help me at that time. I was out here by myself, so. Oh, we rode on the grass.
There's the runway.
Yeah, the wind is definitely gonna attract this thing to track into it every time.
Time remaining 1 minute.
So it's almost impossible to stop it. I'm thinking about putting for reverse thrust like I've already mentioned, but my landing gear work. Let's get a retract for him, Mr. Paulie. So your F4U 800mm Corsair can do this.